Hi guys! We're here. Oh my gosh, so many electrical camera issues.
Yeah, sorry about that.
The monitor didn't work, then the laptop didn't work, then the other service we were using to do a live didn't work. So here we are on Facebook Live. Thank God for Facebook.
And we're supposed to be outside as well.
It's a little rainy.
We said no.
It's not sleeting.
No, it's sleeting.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, the demo would be terrible.
Can you hear the rain?
No, that's the fireplace.
Yeah, we made a fire. So the cozy.
Really pretty. I wish you could see it.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Hi, Giselle. Giselle's watching. Hi.
Oh, hi, Giselle.
Giselle is watching from Montreal. We have fans everywhere. Okay, she works with us, but...
Hi, Giselle.
She's still a fan.
She's still a fan, yay. Okay, so today's topic... It looks like she has binoculars. Nancy puts on her binoculars.
It's so tiny.
Okay.
I can't work under these conditions. All right.
Oh my God, we're going to hear from her agent. Today we're talking about place. Primarily because in 2 weeks it'll be Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yay, so excited.
Holidays.
We were talking about turkeys today.
Yes, we were.
And Allie's turkeys. Yeah, we're very excited. But we won't talk about that now. We're going to talk about how to keep your dog away from the turkey. Mm-hmm. Because we've had a lot of students have disasters before they came to us at the Thanksgiving table. My favorite is Deb's dog, who jumped up on a set table for like 15 people, and she had a really good crystal and china and on. And she walked in the room and she's like, down! And the dog laid down perfectly, and she unset the table and nothing broke. Now,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Because that could have gone really bad.
Could have gone
If
all the
if the
china
dog
and
jumped
everything
off.
on
Yeah.
there?
Oh, yeah.
well, when she said, okay, it went really bad because he jumped off the table and ran out the door and jumped in the hot tub with...
Really?
I never heard that part of it.
She doesn't tell that part. Sorry,
That's
Deb. Just a little holiday story to warm you up. But we use place not just for the holidays, but we use it all the time. And we feel like during Thanksgiving, when people come over or when you're eating, if you choose to have the dog out, place is a really cool place to go. So we're going to run down our list of the favorite reasons that we use it. And then I will grab Indy and I will do an indoor demo that was supposed to be an outdoor demo. How are we going to do this in the winter? We're going to be stuck inside.
We'll wear gloves.
This is true.
Right. But first, I think we just have to kind of define what place is.
Correct.
Right? Place could be anything. We say place is a verb. It's not a noun. It could be a bed. We used raised beds at the school. It could be your dog's bed. It could be a paper towel, a Post-it note. It could be anything. It's just an object that when I say place and I point to it, my dog knows to go there and stay there, no matter what.
And they don't have to stay in a certain position.
Nope.
A lot of people want to say place and then like sit. But that defeats the whole purpose because it's going to be a 45-minute, hour or more duration. And your dog can't sit in that position for that long.
Yeah, I want them to be able to lay down or eat a bone or do whatever and just
That's
hang
the beauty
out.
of it.
Right.
It doesn't matter who walks by. They can do whatever they want. They can stand, sit, lay down, like you said, a bone.
Yeah.
It's a great option.
And I think it's so good for the dogs that are a little bit more cranked or the dogs that get a little crazy.
Right.
And then they can go on place and they just are confined to that one area instead of being in a sit and moving or doing something like that. They can stay on the bed and just hang out.
And they can still do their happy dance greeting
Yeah,
on the
absolutely.
bed, right?
I love that.
So they get rid of the wiggles, but then we also have them confined. So whatever happens on the bed stays on the bed, which is awesome.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so who wants to go first?
I use place at home for my dog. Because my dogs are out when I'm home, and if somebody rings the doorbell, I immediately send her to place. Like, that's her thing. So, and now she's starting to get the hang of it. So, like, if she hears the doorbell, she'll go, which is awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, but because I don't want her greeting people at the doorway. Like, I don't want that to be a thing. So, before she barks or before she sees, I just send her right to the bed. So, that's my favorite thing. And I actually do use it at home. So, it is, you know, obviously we're trainers or whatever, but it is possible. You know, like, you can do it, and it's easy, you know. I just have her leash on, and I just, boop. If she doesn't go, but normally she's pretty good with it now.
Right. And our friend Allison, hi Allison, if you're watching, her dog Murphy, we taught to go to place on the
She is watching.
Is she?
Hi,
Allison.
That's so awesome.
We should bring up the video. I don't know how to do it.
No,
but we will.
We'll break something.
Yeah.
Next time.
No. We will post it in the comments. Her dog, we taught him when he hears the doorbell, he runs to his place without being told.
Right.
The doorbell is now the command.
Yeah.
And she has a ton of children.
Right.
So it's really nice that there's one piece of her life that isn't chaotic when the doorbell rings. Right, Allison? Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, who else?
Why I like plays?
Yeah.
I actually like it when I'm outside and I'm in the yard. I have my place. I put it out on the deck, and if like we're blowing leaves or something, that way my dog isn't helping, which she loves to do. We send her to place. She stays on place. She's outside. She's happy. She's still with us, but she's not in the heat of what we're doing.
Right.
Ooh, like if you're putting up Christmas lights.
Yes.
That would be a great thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
That is a really
I think
good
traditionally people use it when they break or spill something, right? Like you smash a glass, you open a bag of M&Ms.
idea. Right.
I always use that example. Clearly, I miss eating M&Ms.
M&Ms, yeah.
Next week, maybe I'll bring you back.
Yeah, that I'll just watch you eat.
Oh. Yeah, so
It's
sorry.
okay.
Never
It's
mind.
okay.
But that's true, and you talk about that all the time. If you break something, I just don't break things. I'm very lucky. I must be elastic. I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
people with small kids too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
the
They
kids
walk in with
break
the
things.
goldfish
Yes.
thing, and the goldfish
Yeah.
bag is all over, and the dog is like
Right.
nom.
Right.
But if you say place, now here's where what Nancy was talking about earlier comes into play. You don't have to have the dog bed in the kitchen. Or sometimes the dog bed in the kitchen is on a track where they would go through what you spilled or broke
Right.
to get to it. So you need to grab a towel and throw it down and call
yes.
that place.
Right.
So I think traditionally that's where people see it being used. But there's so many other places we use it. All right. Meal times,
Right.
they can be crated or they can hang out in a place.
Yeah.
If you have company over or you're watching a movie or you're on the computer.
Company is great because then they're not visiting the company unless the company wants to go and see them on place. That I think is one of my favorite things. Like you said, when the doorbell rings, you know, if I don't have my dog in a crate, she's out on the bed and they can come in and I don't have to worry, is she sniffing them someplace they shouldn't be sniffed or all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
or jumping on them. Like at least they can come in the house and the dog's not,
Right.
right in their face. They can actually go and approach the dog, and you know that the dog is going to stay on the bed and they're not going to jump on them. You don't have to worry about anything
Little
like
kids,
that. Little
you know,
kids,
the kid
right?
can walk over to the bed if it's appropriate.
And I would explain this to your guests before they come over.
Yeah.
You know, have a little email that goes, hey, can't wait to see you on Thanksgiving. Here's the rules. My dog is going to be on place. My dog might be in an X-pen. Don't feed him this. Don't feed him that. Please don't let them jump on you. I mean, I would spell it all out. You may get fewer people, but, that's all right
But
with me.
actually, because I have not told them in advance, but people will come over and see either my dog or even a boarding dog who I know has a strong place. And they're astonished. They're like, that dog's not going to come off. And they'll kind of try and trick them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm a dog trainer.
Yeah. Do you know who I am?
Exactly.
Seriously.
And of course, I'm feeding the dog cookies and all, but that's fun. And they love being on place because it's such a rewarding spot for them to be.
Right. And it's low stress, and they get to hang out with you.
Exactly.
Right.
The muddy dog, if we, God forbid, have snow or rain like we're having now, they can hang out on a bed. Now, first of all, let's talk about beds. Don't go buying a high-quality, expensive, embroidered name on a bed when you're just starting out. You don't need that.
you
Besides,
don't.
they're going to eat that if it's a puppy or a beginner dog. So we like the ones that we get from Pipe Dreams, and they have like a nylon fabric. Right. So
Canvas.
a wet dog, a muddy dog. I tell them to place on that. I'm not doing a lot of laundry.
No.
At least not dog bed
And you can
laundry.
hose those down.
Right, I was just going to say,
right.
Nancy, like when you were saying that your dog goes outside and uses it outside in the yard, you can just hose it off.
do.
And you can
Right.
just leave it outside, let it dry, and then if you want to bring it inside, you can bring it inside.
Right.
And they have little sheepy skin things
Yes.
that you can put on there.
Those are
So if they
nice.
want to be warm and cozy, you could also do that.
Right.
So that's another thing. What else?
I like when you want your dog, like when you go somewhere, like if you go to the vet or at the groomers or something like that, you can use it for, like you were saying, with the scale, right? Like at the vet's office.
was.
Yes, yes, she was. She's
That's
looking at me.
Nancy's
It all
own-
kind of came
I was
together.
saying That is the greatest thing.
Yeah.
When they want you to weigh your dog, you just say place, and on your dog jumps, and you look fabulous, and your dog is up there getting weighed.
And
Yeah.
sometimes you get applause.
You do.
Like the vet techs.
The
are
vet
like,
is like,
thank
what?
you so much.
Right, because they're not lifting the dog or fighting
Yeah.
with the dog.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My dog's little, so I just pick her up and
Right, but we
Put her
don't
on the
have little
table.
dogs.
I have a little dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the grooming table. So we have
Yeah.
portable grooming tables, and you can just fold the legs underneath, and you put them down, and you teach the dog to get on it, and then they get a little bit higher, and then eventually it's a full size table, and they can just hop right up.
Right.
Or getting in the
Hi,
car.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
yeah.
a good one, because a lot of dogs are afraid of getting in the car.
Yeah. And
Look.
we always use platforms to try and get them in the car.
Daryl's here. She
Oh,
used
Daryl, hey!
Go to place for Wilson.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
let's
That's
do
a
it,
very
Lauren.
nice
Let's do it.
Stop it. You girls are mean.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm sure I'll get there eventually where I'm gonna have to use my glasses for everything, and everyone's gonna make fun of me. I feel like it just comes full
That's
circle.
little words.
Oh,
It is little words.
Jill says she loves plays because
Well, I'm not gonna
Alana
look.
is
Jill.
awesome.
Oh, okay.
Alana.
Okay.
Alana's awesome.
Everything
Yes.
teaching place is so fun.
I love
it
teaching
absolutely
plays.
is.
You
Yeah.
know what? Let me grab Indy.
Okay.
Awesome
Good.
segue. And I'm going to show you how we teach it.
Great.
Now I'm going to pop around here. We're doing it on my phone, so there's an annoying notification, which I'm going to swipe.
You know, I
There we
thought
go.
if I swiped it here, it would go away over there.
That
Something
was
else.
super
Hold on,
smart.
something else came up
I
too.
know.
I'm gonna
It
just.
didn't help.
Ooh, big hand.
All right.
Sorry.
So,
I just won't.
It's back again.
oh my goodness.
All right. Where's Indy?
I'll get him. Oh, it
He's
went away.
usually romping behind us, but
I know.
not today.
There you go. All right. Wait, come here, Indy. Indy was on place in the other room.
Oh, there's my boy.
All right. So, can you see me? Sit.
Yes.
We can see you.
Jill, can you see me? Yeah. Okay. Place. All right. So the first step of place is what? Getting the dog to
To go on the bed.
decide that it's awesome.
Right.
So, get it. I call it feeding the bed. I put the food on the bed. Get it? Because I don't want him tied to me doing this all the time. Because the problem with that is what?
Well, when you
You
want to
need to
build
be there.
duration and
Right.
you want to walk away, you know, you want to be able to leave and not have to stare at your dog and physically hand them food.
Right.
You want them to think that it comes from
farther
the bed.
away and toss that cookie onto that bed.
Right. So I can go here. But I'm going to say get it.
Yes, and I love
Get it.
that.
Find it. Get it. Because I want him to understand that I'm giving him permission. Because if I dropped a bunch of Advil and they bounced on the bed, I don't want him
Right.
grabbing it.
Yes,
Get it?
absolutely. And look at Indy, how happy he is. Why would he want to leave? He's
Yeah.
getting cookies. He's comfortable.
And you want to test it with body positions, right? So can he stay on this bed if I'm sitting here? A lot of people just train it when they're standing
I can.
in front of the dog. And you're really not standing and staring at your dog the whole
Right.
time.
No.
And if you leave the room and you come back. So this is really working on duration.
Yeah.
The other piece of this is impulse control. So I don't want him when Nancy comes over and says, "Hey, Andy," to get up. So go ahead, let's see what happens.
Hey, buddy.
Good.
Hi.
Try
I
to-
am very excited. Hold on. Hi, Indy. Hi,
Good
boy.
decision.
That was so
Good boy.
much better.
Try
Good
again.
boy.
Good.
Good boy, Indy.
Good
boy.
place.
Good
Good
boy.
place.
Beautiful. What a good,
Good
boy.
place.
Yes. Much better.
All right, so that's your guest coming in the house, right?
Yes.
Then there is the time you use place when the dog is doing something or you don't want them to get to something and you use it as an emergency. So, Indy break. Good. So I'm going to put some cookies there. And get it. Indy, place.
Yay.
Good job.
Good
Boy.
boy, Indy.
Not awesome because you grabbed one anyway. Or no. Okay. Ready? Ready, 1, 2, 3. Place.
Good
Nice.
boy.
Awesome job. He's like, oh, I get it now. You're messing with me. Hello. And so there's the other thing. I put my hand on his collar. That's no permission
Right.
to get
He
up.
thinks that's
He
Right.
thinks it's permission.
It's not.
It's not good. I should be able to put a leash on him and have him not assume. Good. Good. Good boy. They were
Much
going anywhere.
better.
Get it. Indiana. Indy. Good boy. Good.
Good boy.
What a good decision. Get it, get it, get it. All right. What else do they need to know?
When you're teaching it, when you're at home, be sure that when you're not teaching it, to pick the bed up. So that when, if the dog goes on it, you're not paying attention, you know.
Right. He's not coming on and off, on and off.
Right.
It has, like, it's his decision.
Right.
It's you telling him.
Right. Just when you're teaching it, like, just to start off. Eventually, I guess it can be out, but just for him to get the idea of what the bed is.
Right.
And I always think that's super important.
It's interesting in class when we talk about leveraging scarcity, right? Leveraging their food. And people say, how am I going to get rid of a whole whatever cup or two of dog food? Like place.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would make this an entire meal. I would be sitting here on my laptop, and here's his bowl of food, and I would just be rewarding him, get it, for sitting on the bed and being there. And then sometimes I'd get up and move around. Now, obviously, he's 9 years old, right?
He knows it.
He knows it. A little rusty, but he knows it.
Right.
So your initial steps are going to look a little bit different. And we have it all laid out for you on that PDF. Here you go, there.
Right. And when we are teaching a puppy, we are feeding them constantly so that when we do take them off, they just go running back on because they so want to be on that bed because there is such a high value reward.
Right. We want them to want the bed.
Yes.
This is not, I'm forcing you to do it.
Right.
I'm suggesting you do it. I'm enforcing that you do it.
Yes.
But it is not something that he's like, oh no.
Right. It's a great
He's
place
actually
to
like,
be.
this is really awesome.
And it makes them think, you know, like, oh, okay, like I really want that cookie. Like, what can I do? Oh, I'll go on the bed.
Right.
And then they learn it faster because they're figuring it out themselves.
Yes. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
All right, so next week, I think we should do how to survive the holidays.
Okay. Because we got 2 of them. 3 of them.
A bunch of them.
Yeah.
And next week, I feel like it's critical mass for a lot of people. Like, oh no, next week is Thanksgiving, and then the big holidays come rolling around. Although we do get an extra week of shopping after Thanksgiving.
What do you mean?
There's a whole week after.
Oh, like just because?
Yeah. Usually it's like, sometimes it's late.
It's
It goes
earlier
right.
this
It's
year,
earlier this year.
Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got
And
it.
turkey, that's always a problem. They smell good.
Yeah, the cooking, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Maybe some people don't open their ovens really until like the holidays, and the dogs are like, what are these
What is
magical
this?
things that
Exactly.
smell so awesome?
Right.
Exactly.
And we're going to talk about how to get your dog not to accidentally run out the door that your guests forget to close, and what to do, God forbid, if your dog eats something he shouldn't, where to go, how to do stuff like that. So we got lots of stuff for you.
Yep.
And we're also, I think, going to do some links to our favorite things for the holidays for
good.
shopping. Indy's eating meaty bone, but normally he has
for the dogs.
Antler.
Oh, not shopping for people.
Yeah.
It's like I have so many things to share.
Oh my God. Nancy will share with you her wish list for what she wants for Christmas.
Yeah.
I hope Craig is watching. But this is Indy's other favorite, his antler. This is an XL. This will last him for a very long time. All right, so that's it. We did
so.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk over there and hit the off button. I'm sure there is an off button somewhere. And hopefully next week we will be able to go back to our awesome monitor because all our tech stuff will be
Good. 'Cause
solved.
I can't see. I saw something go through, but I think that was a smiley
Yeah.
face.
Somebody liked it, I think.
Stop!
It was a smiley face doing that.
Was it? Because
No.
it was very
No.
big.
All right. Thanks for joining us,
Bye.
guys. We'll see you next
Bye.
week.
There's hearts.
We're still there.
I think we're still on.
We're still